CAT examination already over, and the response sheets already released. By now you all must have come out of by now you all must have come out of the state of surprise or happiness or the shock, whatever it is. So CAT की answer sheets आ गई हैं सबको, सबके पास, and you all must have calculated your scores. You must have calculated your uh, probabilities of getting into any of the B schools. So now, at this point in time, I am sure that we all must have understood the relevance of taking SNAP examination or IFT or ZAT examination. So yes, all of you must have kept some of the alternatives for all of you. So that is why immediately after CAT, we have started these set of sessions for all of you that will take care of your preparation for the next set of examinations. So friends, welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gourav Gupta, and today we are going to look at the last lap to SNAP and IFT Geometry Decoded. All right, so friends, welcome all of you. Can you please confirm if I am audible and visible to all of you? Good evening, Ritika. Good evening, everyone. Come on, just write something in the chat box so that I can see your names. I can see all the participants who are right now in this session, and we can quickly begin this session. So I'll initially take you through how much geometry is relevant as far as SNAP and IFT examinations are concerned. So we'll be going to look at the weightage of geometry in these two examinations over the past few years, and then we'll look at some of the formulas, some of the important formulas from geometry, and after that we'll definitely look at plenty of questions in this lecture. So this session is totally based on geometry. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the confirmation. Hardik Pandey is saying, sir, hello, sir, how many institutions are saying slot 3 VRC will scale down by big margin? Do you think so also? Yes, Hardik, I also think the same, but I cannot tell you that how many institutes are saying the same thing, but definitely this is also my thinking that it will scale down. All right, great. Yes, Pranav, definitely geometry is going to be fun, especially with you guys attending the live session. So friends, let us quickly have a look at how geometry has behaved in the last few years in IFT and SNAP. So in IFT, I can say that nearly 25% of the questions, 25%, I believe it's a joke, but actually it's not a joke. So 25% of the QA section comprises of geometry in IFT. Also, somewhere around 15 to 20% of the questions in SNAP have been from the area of geometry. All right, so I can say that yes, geometry is one of the most important areas in these two examinations. Now we have seen CAT. CAT may arithmetic was the most important area, and next important area was algebra. Now after arithmetic, algebra was the important area, but the same thing cannot be said about these two examinations. So definitely arithmetic will remain the most important area for IFT or SNAP, but I can say that the next most important area, the second most important area for these two examinations can be geometry. All right. Now, looking at the trend over the last 4 years for IFT examination. So, starting from 2018, when there were 20 questions of QA, out of this, 5 questions appeared from geometry. So, exactly 1/4 of the questions appeared from geometry. Now, in 2019 and 2020, more than 1/4 of the questions appeared from geometry. So, there were 25 questions in all in QA sections in these 2 years, and in these 2 years 7 questions appeared out of 25 from the area of geometry. A similar thing we saw in the last year of IFT paper. So out of 25 there were 6 questions. So again I can say that slightly less than 1/4. So 1/4 exactly to nahi ho sakta tha. So they have kept the weightage to 1/4 or maybe more than 1/4. So over the last 4 years, we have seen that the minimum weightage of geometry was at least 25% in these in IFT examination, right? Okay, so Himanshu, let's see, देखते हैं. So SNAP, this is the trend of SNAP. So Himanshu, पिछली बार एक ही क्वेश्चन नहीं आया था ज्योमेट्री में से. So this is the trend of the last 2 years as far as SNAP is concerned. So talking about SNAP 2020, all the three slots. So the total number of questions in QA section were 20 in each of these slots, out of which 5, 4 and 4 questions were from geometry. So I can say that yes, 20 to 25% of the questions were from geometry. All right. Last year, 2021 में क्या हुआ था? Again, out of 20 questions, there were 2, 3 and 3. So 10 to 15% of the weightage was from the questions of geometry. All right. So we can also see an increase in the weightage of geometry in this year as well. So the weightage may be similar to what we have seen in 2020, or it may be more than that. All right. So, but मुद्दे की बात यह है that geometry is one of the most important areas of QA section of both these examinations. ठीक है. Now the level of difficulty as far as SNAP is concerned, then the level of difficulty is from easy to moderate for almost all the questions. In IFT examination, yes, the level of difficulty is not very low, but let's say if we have seen 6 or 7 questions from geometry in IFT, then 2 or 3 are from easy to moderate level of difficulty, and the remaining are from moderate to difficult level of difficulty, moderate to high. All right. So the level of difficulty IFT is concerned will be slightly above the level of difficulty of a SNAP examination, right? Now, the areas that we can keep under geometry are definitely starting from lines and angles, triangles, different properties of triangles, polygons. So polygons may mostly you will see convex polygons, and in convex polygons, again, most of the questions are based on regular polygons. Triangles, all different types of triangles, different properties of triangles, including the geometric centers like centroid, circumcenter, incenter, and orthocenters. So all these things were asked in these two examinations over the previous years. Now moving ahead, another different areas are circles and the properties of circles, including chords, tangents, secants. Then the next area is quadrilaterals. So all different types of quadrilaterals, parallelograms, and square, rectangle, and rhombus, their properties, including the property of trapezium and the kite. All right. So these are different areas that will come under geometry. Also, from mensuration, we have seen plenty of questions coming up in these examinations. So three-dimensional geometry, or I can say mensuration, which involves the questions of volumes, surface areas, curved surface area, total surface area, and so on and so forth. So yes, solids 3D mensuration is also an integral part of geometry. And finally, coordinate geometry. So yes, there were questions from coordinate geometry that were asked in these two examinations. So including all of these, we can say that geometry has a good weightage in both the examinations. Okay. Now, Vanan is asking something, sir. I had one query that in Snap admit card, the recent passport size photo can be similar that we used in the time of registration, or it can be different. Now, Varun, it will be better if we'll keep it similar. Okay. Though I believe nothing is mentioned about that. Sir, almost skipped geometry while preparing CAT. How can I revise complete geometry in less amount of time? So, Mandeep, what I'll tell you is, in case you have skipped geometry, but right now you have very less amount of time. All the students may listen to this, those who have left geometry at the time of preparation of CAT. So now at this point in time, you can just focus on two areas of geometry. I'm not asking you to finish geometry entirely, but you can put focus on two areas of geometry, which is triangles and then mensuration. Okay, so triangles and mensuration, सिर्फ ये वाला portion finish कर लो. It will take you somewhere around 4 to 5 hours, and at least you'll be able to stand somewhere when it comes to the questions of geometry. All right. So this is it about the areas. Now let's look at some of the important formulas, some of the important rules, some of the important theorems as far as geometry is concerned. Now, first of all, lines and angles. So lines and angles, I can say about complementary. You can talk about complementary and supplementary angles. So two angles two angles are said to be complementary if their sum is 90 degrees. All right. Now tell me which type of angles are called supplementary angles. Quickly, you can write just one number in your chat box. So two angles will be complementary if their sum will be 90 degrees. Similarly, two angles will be supplementary if their sum is question mark. What will be their sum? Come on, all of you may write it. So two angles are called supplementary if their sum is 180 degrees. Absolutely correct. Good. All right. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now talking about polygons. So sum of the interior angles of a convex polygon. So you must remember this formula. It will be n minus 2 multiplied by 180, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. All right. So sum of all the interior angles in case of a convex polygon will be n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Now, if it is a regular polygon, then each of the interior angles will be equal, and each angle will be equal to the total sum of angles, which was we have already seen n minus 2 into 180, n minus 2 into 180 divided by n. All right, so there will be n number of angles, all the angles are equal, so each interior angle will be equal to sum of all the interior angles divided by n. So these are the two very important formulas that are used in case of polygons. Regular polygons, convex polygons, whatever type of polygon it is, these are very important formulas. All right. Now moving ahead and looking at the next few formulas, some of the exterior angles of a convex polygon. So irrespective of the number of sides, each convex polygon will have some of its exterior angles equal to 360 degrees, irrespective of the number of sides. Now, if it is a regular convex polygon, then each of the exterior angle will be equal, and hence each exterior angle will be equal to the sum of all the angles divided by the number of angles or the number of sides. So 360 divided by n will be each exterior angle of a regular convex polygon. ठीक है? Yes, Mandeep, like equilateral triangle, we can say that. Okay. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Number of diagonals in a convex polygon. अब number of diagonals calculate करनी है. You have two formulas for that. If you understand combinations, then the number of diagonals can be calculated as nc2 minus n, where n is the number of sides. So this will give you the number of diagonals nc2 minus n, or you can directly remember this formula n into n minus 3 divided by 2. Alright, both will give you the same results. So जो मैंने formula बताया अभी जो लिखा है nc2 minus n, अगर इसको simplify करोगे, it will take you to this formula only, n into n minus 3 divided by 2. Alright, quickly note down these formulas. You can take a snapshot of this. Now moving ahead, talking about triangles, some very important formulas for the area of triangles. So come on, I want each and every one of you to write one different formula for the area of triangle. I'll give you 10 seconds. Quickly just write any formula for the area of triangles. Be it for isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, scalene triangle, be it a formula using Heron's formula, or you can use base. Whatever you want to use, you can do that. Just give me one formula for the area of triangle, all of you. Quickly. All right, Nandini has given. Nandini, I can understand like जो mistake किया है, ठीक है, that might be a typo error. That is a typo error, no problem. Yes, Nandini, I understood. Don't worry. अरे यार सबको half into base into height. I don't want this formula. Come on, give me a different formula. Okay, Mandeep, you have forgotten to put half before your formula. So Mandeep, it will be half product of sides into the sine of containing angle. So let's have a look at each of these formulas one by one. So first formula, scalene triangle using Heron's formula, under root of s minus a, s minus b, s minus c, where a, b and c are the three sides and s is the semi-perimeter, that is a plus b plus c divided by 2. All right, so this is the formula when all the three sides are given. Not necessarily applicable to scalene triangle. This formula can be applied to isosceles or equilateral triangle as well. बट उनके लिए हमारे पास थोड़ा इजी फॉर्मूला होता है. So it will be better, always better to apply this formula when you have a scalene triangle, right? The next formula is for isosceles triangle. Area is b by 4 multiplied by under root of 4a square minus b square. Okay, where a refers to the equal side. Isosceles triangle hai to pair of sides will be equal and one of the sides will be not equal. So a refers to the equal sides and b refers to the unequal side of the triangle. So you can remember this direct formula for finding the area of an isosceles triangle. All right. Now, can anyone give me the formula for area of equilateral triangle? Though some of you have written area of equilateral triangle. Good, Pradeep. Good. Good going. So Pradeep has given two more formulas involving in radius and circumradius. Okay. So area for equilateral triangle is root 3 upon 4 side square, where A here is the side of the triangle. So this is the formula that can be used for equilateral triangle, right? Now moving ahead, the next set of formulas. When two sides and an included angle is given. So two sides are given and the angle between these two sides is given. All right. Then the area of the triangle will be half product of these two sides multiplied by the sine of containing angle. Now make sure that this angle should be the angle which is between these two given sides. So half A into B sine of theta, with theta is the angle between the sides, is also the area of triangles. Next formula is simple. मैंने last में रखा है half into base into height. Half into base into height is one of the most general formula that all of you would know. Okay. Now other than these formulas, there are other two formulas. Formula number 6 I'm writing here. Area of triangle is equal to small r into small s, where small r is in radius and small s is semi perimeter. We have already seen. All right. Then formula number 7, area is equal to ABC upon 4 capital R. A, B and C are the sides of the triangle and capital R is the circumradius. I'm sorry, circumradius of the triangle. All right. So formula for area of triangle involving in radius and circumradius are written on your screens. Okay. Wonderful. चले आगे चलते हैं फिर. So these were the formula for area of triangles. Now some important things about right angled triangle. First of all, if a right angled triangle is a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, okay, then you can say that the ratio of the sides will always be 1 is to root 3 is to 2, and these sides will respectively be the sides which are opposite to 30-degree angle, 60-degree angle and then 90-degree angle. All right. So the respective ratio of the sides which are opposite to 30, 60 and 90-degree angle will always be 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Now you must remember this result, as this result can save plenty of your time. Okay, so one of the sides is given, you can easily calculate the other two sides. Otherwise, you will have to use trigonometry in case you don't remember this particular relation. All right. Similarly, for 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Okay, 45, 45, 90 degree are the angles in right angle triangle. In this case, the ratio of the sides will be 1 is to 1 is to root 2, where 1 and 1 are the sides opposite to 45-degree angle and root 2 will be the side opposite to 90-degree angle. All right. So 1 is to 1 is to root 2 for 45, 45, 90 and 1 is to root 3 is to 2 for 30, 60 and 90-degree triangle will save plenty of your time. Okay. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now, Pranav, which part you want me to repeat? Quickly write it. Meanwhile, I'll go to the next page and then we'll come back once you have written that. Okay. Chaliye. So now we have some questions to practice. So Pranav, likh hi do whatever you want me to repeat. Okay, I'll quickly repeat this part, assuming that Pranav has asked this. So, angle and ratio, ठीक है. So, Pranav, let's say this is a 30, 60 and 90 degree right angled triangle. Okay. Now the side opposite to 30 degrees, let's say if it is given as X. All right. Let's say if this is given as X, then the side opposite to 60-degree angle will be root 3 into X. And the side which is opposite to 90-degree angle will be 2x. So you can see that the ratio of the sides opposite to 30, 60 and 90-degree triangle, 30, 60 and 90-degree angle will be 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So if any of the three sides is given, you can, using this ratio, easily calculate the other two sides. The same is for this one. Okay. Now, Jayasuman, 30, 30 and 120 is not a right angled triangle. So I'm specifically talking about right angled triangles which are more frequently used in the examination. Okay? So these ratios will be applicable for right angled triangles, not for any other type of triangles. All right. Chaliye. Now let us quickly start solving some questions, all of you. Now, since you are present here, I want your response to come as soon as possible. Don't make flukes. Try to solve each and every question and give a proper answer to each and every question. All right. So first question from geometry on your screen now. In a circle with center O, AB and CD are two chords on the opposite sides. If angle AOB is 52 degrees and angle COD is 48 degrees, then find the measure of angle ABO plus angle CDO in terms of degrees. All right, Jayasuman. So good that you know. I just cleared it out. So 30, 30, 120 के लिए इतना याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है because it is rarely used. So I have just told you the ratios of the triangles which are more frequently used. All right, Jayasuman. No, Jessiman, not required to remember that ratio. I understand what you were asking. Mandeep, at the beginning, I have mentioned the level of difficulty in questions of SNAP. So the SNAP level of difficulty will be slightly like from easy to moderate. Like this question that is there on your screen. This question is very easy. Okay, very easy. And you can find such a question in SNAP examination. All right, any answers for this one? In this session, we'll be restricting more towards the questions which are of the level of difficulty of SNAP. थोड़ा सा high level रखा है मैंने, ठीक है? But definitely this session is inclined towards the level of difficulty of SNAP examination. All right, so I've started getting the answers. So let's have a look at this one. Now the property I'll be using for this question is, let's say in a circle, I'll draw a chord and the endpoints of the chord, let's say A and B, are joined with the center of the circle. So I can say that OA and OB are radius of the circles and they will be equal. And it will result in an isosceles triangle with this angle and this angle equal. So if angle at the center of the circle is given, let's say in this case it is given as 52 degrees. So we can easily find the other two angles, right? So can you tell me what will be angle A or angle B in this figure? Okay, so the complete angle will be 180 degrees minus 52, which is one of the angles that is given. So 180 minus 180 minus 52 will be 128 degrees. Now that will be the measure of angle A plus angle B. All right. Now since both are equal, so I can say that angle A will be equal to angle B, and that will be equal to half of 128, which will be 64 degrees. Okay, so yes, most of you are absolutely correct. Good. So First angle will come out to be 64 degrees, right? Now, similarly, if I draw another chord on the other side of the triangle, wherever it's up to you, you can draw wherever you want to. Chord CD and join the endpoints of CD with the center of the circle. Okay, so this interior angle now is given as 48 degrees. All right, so again, OC and OD are equal, right? So we have another isosceles triangle. So sum of angle C and angle D will be equal to 180 minus 48 degrees. That is 132 degrees. All right. So angle C and angle D, they will be equal and their measure will be equal to 132 divided by 2, and that is 66 degrees, right? So now you can add these two angles, 64 plus 66 degrees, absolutely correct. So 64 plus 66, the answer will be option A, and most of you have given this answer correctly. Good. So 130 will be the sum of the two required angles, and that will be the answer for this question. All right. I hope I am clear with this. This one was easy, and yes, it can qualify to be a question of SNAP examination. ठीक है? चलते हैं आगे. Question number 2. Hari, you're asking from where I can practice geometry questions. Hari, definitely from any of the books that you want to purchase, you can purchase. But whenever you are solving the questions, whenever you are practicing the questions of for SNAP, then make sure that you keep the level of difficulty low. Okay, so level of difficulty 1 or maximum level of difficulty 2 can be taken for the questions of SNAP. You can purchase any book from the market. There are plenty of books that are available. Okay, you can also buy the test series of any of the institutes. We BYJU'S Exam Prep also offers a wonderful test series where you will have plenty of practice questions for each and every chapter. Let's move on to question number 2. मनदीप एनसीईआरटी में सजेस्ट नहीं करूंगा, एनसीईआरटी बेसिक्स के लिए ठीक है, बट नॉट फॉर द एप्टीट्यूड टाइप क्वेश्चंस. So question number 2, 4 cows are tethered with equal ropes at 4 corners of a square plot of side 6 meters so that the adjacent cows can just reach one another only on the side of the square plot. There is a small circular pond of area 4 meters square at the center. Find the ungrazed area of the field excluding the pond if each cow is allowed to graze the maximum possible area in square meters. Mayank, for IFT, it will be slightly above the level of difficulty of SNAP. So IFT के लिए whatever you have prepared for CAT, it will be similar to that. ठीक है? So level of difficulty will be medium to high. All right, nice. I'll give you 30 seconds more and then I'll start with the discussion. Now the figure will be very simple and straightforward for this question. Four cows are tethered with equal ropes at 4 corners of a plot whose side is 6 meters. So side of the plot is 6 meters. So can you tell me the length of the rope? Length of the rope with which each cow is tethered. Length of the rope. Come on. Now since 2 cows at the corners can just reach one another, that means the length of the rope should be equal to half of the length of the side. Okay, so I can say that the area of the portion that each cow can graze will form a quarter circle like this that I have drawn. All right, so each cow can graze this quarter circle. So if I'll not consider the pond, then the ungrazed area will be the area of square minus the area of circle. Right? There are 4 quarter circles that will be made. So these 4 quarter circles will combine to form one complete circle whose radius will be 3 meters. All right. So area of square find out karte hain. So area of square is 6 into 6, that is 36, minus the area of circle, which is pi r square. Now radius here is 3. So 36 minus 9 pi will be the area of ungrazed portion. Now also at the center of this field, there is a circular pond of area 4 meter square. There is a pond of area 4 meter square. So cow obviously will not be able to graze this area, and also it is mentioned that we have to exclude the pond. So we'll also subtract this area from the entire value, and the final answer will come out to be 32 minus 9 pi. All right, so 32 minus 9 pi will be the final answer. The students who have given the answer as option B, guys, please be careful. 36 minus 9 pi will be including the area of pond. We have to also exclude the area of pond. So 4 meter square will be excluded, and hence the final answer will come out to be option A, that is 32 minus 9 pi. Okay. All right, so that is the answer. Question number 2, 32 minus 9 pi. Let's quickly move ahead and look at the next question. Now, next question, a regular convex polygon. Yes, Nandini, silly mistake. Nandini, तुमने आंसर क्या दिया था? Option B. Yes. So you forgot to subtract the area of pond. So one way you can eliminate these kind of mistakes is by reading the questions a little slowly. थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन रीड करने में टाइम स्पेंड करो. If the question's length is more than 2 lines, then you will never commit a mistake. So this question says a regular convex polygon has an interior angle of 150 degrees. Find the number of diagonals of the polygon. Now, at the beginning of this session, I have told you about the formulas, both the formulas that will be required here. So quickly give me a correct answer for this one. Jaldi se. So interior angle is given for a regular convex polygon. Quickly obtain the number of sides and type it. So first of all, give me the value of n, the value of number of sides, and then find the number of diagonals. So n and d, I want these two answers from each and every one of you. So write your answer as n is equal to a number, and then number of diagonals d is equal to another number. Quickly, all of you do that. Okay, let's begin with this. Now the formula for the measure of each interior angle is n minus 2 into 180 whole divided by n, and this is given as 150 degrees. Okay, so first of all cancel kar dete common factors, so 5 and 6. So from here I'll get the value of n as 12. Wonderful. So most of you have given the same answer. The number of sides, the value of n is equal to 12. Now we have to find out the number of diagonals. So I'll use the formula nc2 minus n, or you can also use the formula n into n minus 3 whole divided by 2. Like whichever formula you want to use, you can do that. So 12, I'll use this formula. Chalo, 12 into 12 minus 3, that is 9 whole divided by 2. Now cancel karte hain. 9 into 6, 6 into 9 is 54. So 54 should be the number of diagonals, which is option C. And yes, option C is absolutely correct. A lot of you have given the same answer. Nice, happy, wonderful. Chalo, आगे चलते हैं जल्दी से without wasting any time. A question on coordinate geometry having the concept of a centroid of a triangle. In a triangle ABC, the coordinates of A and B are given. If the centroid of the triangle ABC is 0, 0, then find the length of side AC. So two different concepts will be used. First of all, you must know how to calculate the coordinates of the centroid. Simple formula hai. And then you have obtained the coordinates of point C using that. Then using the distance formula, calculate the length of AC. So I'm not telling you any of the formulas, I'm just giving you the directions. Now it's up to you to find the final answer. Only one answer up till now. Option A by Shrish. Okay, so first of all, let us talk about the formulas that I'm talking about. Yes, Shrish, your answer I have received. Good, you are the only one who has given the answer up till now. Okay, so first of all, let us talk about the centroid. Now, the coordinates of the centroid of any triangle will be x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. Okay, so these are the coordinates of the centroid of a triangle where x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 are the three vertices of the triangle. Okay, so now using this, I'll calculate the vertices, the coordinates of vertex B. Okay, sorry, vertex C. So vertex A and B are given. Let's calculate the coordinates of vertex C. So I'll equate this as 0 first of all. So 0 is equal to 4 minus 2 plus x3 whole divided by 3. So the value of x3 will come out to be minus 2. Similarly, 0 is equal to 3 plus 0 plus y3 divided by 3. So the value of y3 will be equal to minus 3. So minus 2 comma minus 3 are the coordinates of vertex C. Okay, first thing over. So minus 2 comma minus 3, let's write the vertices. Minus 2 comma minus 3 are the coordinates of vertex C. Now we have to find out the length of AC. Coordinates of vertex A are 4 comma 3, and now using distance formula I can calculate the length of AC. So length of AC will be under root of x1 minus x2 whole square. So difference of these two square. So minus 6 लिख दो या फिर 6 लिख दो, whatever you want to write. So minus 6 square plus again minus 6 square. Okay, so that means 6 root 2 will be the length of AC. So you just need to remember the distance formula for these type of questions as well. So the correct answer here will be option A, and only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students have given this answer. So this one was easy. I believe you don't remember the formulas for the coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry is again one chapter that can be finished in a matter of 1 hour, because coordinate geometry is totally based on the formulas. It's a formula driven chapter, less of understanding and more of formulas, I would say that, right? So 80-90% work will be over if you remember all the formulas of coordinate geometry with very less number of logics. Okay, so you can also finish off this chapter in a matter of 1 or 2 hours. Right, let's move on to question number 5 with this. Question number 5 says, in a rectangle, the length is k times its breadth. If the area and the perimeter of the rectangle has numerically equal values, find the value of k in terms of b. Quickly, easy question hai. All of you, all the students who are present in this session must give this answer. Okay, so let us have a look at this. So breadth of the rectangle is B. So I can say that length, it is given as K times B. So B is the breadth and K into B will be the length of this rectangle. All right. Now what will be the area of this rectangle? Area will be length into breadth. It will be K into B square. I'll multiply these two, and the perimeter of the triangle, perimeter of the rectangle will be twice of L plus B. So twice of KB plus B. All right. Now both of them are given to be numerically equal, so I can equate them. Right. Now I can cancel out B from both the sides. So on the left hand side, I'll have KB, and on the right hand side, I will have twice of K plus 1. Now let's open the bracket. So KB minus 2K will be equal to 2, and the value of K in terms of B will be 2 upon B minus 2. So 2 upon B minus 2, it is option C, and that can be marked as the answer, right? So now you are understanding the level of difficulty. Questions are not straightforward, but they are pretty easy. All right, so these are the types of questions that you will find in SNAP, and on an average you'll be taking not more than 45 seconds or maybe 1 minute to solve each and every question. All right, so the correct answer here is option C, and let's move on to the next question, question number 6. Now two circles of radii 9 and 16 touch each other externally. Find the length of the direct common tangent of these two circles. Find the length of direct common tangent between these two circles. Any answer? Okay, option B is one of the answers given by Pradeep. Okay. All right. By now you must have got the answers. Come on. Now between two circles, there can be two types of tangents. One is direct common tangent and one is transverse common tangent. I'll give you the formula for both of them. So direct common tangent, the length will be equal to under root of R1 plus, or wait, write the formula for a general type of triangles. So for general type of circles, so direct common tangent will be equal to under root of D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. All right, under root of D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square will be the formula of direct common tangent. I'll explain you what is D, what is R1, what is R2. And transverse common tangent, the formula will be under root of D square minus R1 plus R2 whole square. Okay. Now here D, small d is the distance between the centers of the circle. Okay. So distance between the centers of the circle. All right. R1 and R2 are the radius of the two circles. Right. Now in this question, we have to find out the length of direct common tangent and the circles are touching each other externally. Now, if the circles are touching each other externally, the distance between their centers will be equal to the sum of the radii. So R1 plus R2 will be the distance between their centers for this particular case, not for every case. Okay, so we just need to substitute these values. So for this particular question, I can say that the length of the direct common tangent will be equal to under root of d square minus r1 minus r2 whole square. Now here d is equal to the distance between their centers, that is 9 plus 16, which is 25. Okay, and r1 and r2 are already mentioned in the question. So answer will be under root of 25 square minus the difference of these two, 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9 is 7. So 7 square. Solving this, you will get the answer as 24 centimeters. So the correct answer will be option B, that is 24 centimeters. All right. So again, direct formula was applied, was used for this particular question. Let's move on to question number 7. So question number 7, in an equilateral triangle ABC with the length of the side as 12 centimeters. Okay, so wait. Sadanand is asking me to draw the diagram of this question. Yes, Sadanand, I'll definitely draw the diagram. And let's say if you don't remember the formula, you can also solve the question using the formula, using the diagram. Okay, right angle triangle. So these are the two circles. Pardon my drawing. Okay. So these are the two circles. Now, if I'll draw the direct common tangent, so direct common tangent will be something like this. Okay, so this is the direct common tangent. Now the points at which it will touch the circle when joined with the center of the circle, these will form right angles. Okay, these will form right angles, and let's join the centers as well. Okay, now point P and Q, this is what we have to find out. So if I draw a line parallel to PQ like this, let's say this is point R and this is A and B. Okay, so BR, the length of BR will be equal to the difference of the radii, R2 minus R1. All right, BR will be R2 minus R1, this will be 90 degrees, and AB will be equal to R1 plus R2. So the length of AR, which is equal to the length of PQ, will be equal to under root of AB square minus RB square. Okay, so now you can put the values. AB का value दिया हुआ है 9 plus 16, that is 25. So under root of 25 square minus RB का value क्या होगा? It will be the difference of the radii, that is 7. So 25 square minus 7 square whole under the root will be the final answer for this question. All right. So this is how the diagram will look like for this one. Am I clear? Now 7 number question, equilateral triangle ABC of side 12. If the medians from A and B meet at point P inside the triangle, then find the length of line CP. बहुत easy question है. It's just that you need to understand, know the concepts. Okay, great. Be careful with what is asked in this question. कुछ गड़बड़ मत कर देना. So Mandeep, Ayush and Guneet, 3 of you have given same answer. Ankit as well. Good going. Now ABC side 12 centimeter is given. Now two medians are drawn from vertex A and B. So medians, that is joining the vertex with the midpoint of the opposite side. So let's say this is whatever E and another median. This point is F, and I'll draw the third median as well, which will definitely pass through the intersection point of the first two medians, G. So this point is given as point P. Now what do we need to find is the length of CP. Now the length of CP will be equal to, or I'll tell you the property that the centroid P is the centroid, that is the intersection point of the medians. Now centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. So CP is to GP will be equal to 2:1. All right. So to find out the length of CP, I need the length of CG, that is the median. Now this is this is an equilateral triangle. So I can say that median will also be the height of the triangle. And the formula to calculate directly the height of the triangle will be √3/2 into side. Now this formula is applicable only for equilateral triangles, not for any other triangle. So first of all, let us calculate the length of the median, that is CG, which is also equal to the height of height of an equilateral triangle. And this is the formula that can be used to find out the height of an equilateral triangle. So √3/2 multiplied by 12, that is 6√3. Okay, so 6√3 will be the length of CG. Now after getting the length of CG, I can find out the length of CP. Now CP is to GP is 2:1. So we can say that the length of CP will be 2/3 the height of this equilateral triangle. So 2/3 multiplied by 6√3, and this is how you can find the final answer. So answer will be 4√3, that is option C. एंड जिसने भी आंसर दिया है सबका आंसर नहीं, एक आंसर गलत है. श्याम, आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड हाउ हैव आई गॉट द आंसर. सो 6√3 वाज द हाइट और द लेंथ ऑफ द मीडियन ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल. बट हमें मीडियन का लेंथ नहीं फाइंड आउट करना, वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द लेंथ ऑफ वन पोर्शन ऑफ द मीडियन. Okay, that will be 2/3 of the length of the median. Okay, so answer is option C. That was question number 7. Let's move on to the next question, question number 8. Now, question number 8 is based on mensuration, curved surface area, total surface area of a right cylinder. Okay. Zainul, you're asking, I'm constantly getting 30 marks in the box. Okay. So yes, first of all, I'll suggest you. So meanwhile, all of you are solving this question, I'll suggest something to you. One thing, in whatever time is left for us, how we can take this score from 30 to 35 or maybe 40. So whichever mock you are taking, the best way to increase your score, the best way to improve is a proper analysis after the mock. So you're spending 1 hour in mock, so spend another 1 or 2 hours in the analysis of the mock and look at all the 3 sections: reasoning, quant, as well as general English. Find out the areas in which you are like losing your marks. So ऐसे कौन से questions हैं ऐसे which areas are there in which you are scoring negative points. Okay, so first of all, like make a list of those areas in which you are constantly committing mistakes, and then work on those areas for 1 or 2 days, and then you will see the difference. Also the areas from which you are leaving the questions constantly, like let's say if there are some areas of arithmetic or geometry from which questions are appearing in the mock, but you are unable to solve those questions, then start looking at those areas and study, look at the formulas, make a list of formulas, and then you will see the improvement in your mock scores. So analysis is one best way of improvement in any of the mocks, and hence the actual examination. Hacker, I'll go to the previous question once we have discussed this one. ठीक है, definitely I'll go to the previous question. So first of all, you can focus on this one. ठीक है ना? चलिए start करते हैं यार. I have not got any answer from any one of you. ये क्या हो रहा है यार? आसान सा क्वेश्चन है mensuration का. So the ratio between the curved surface area and the total surface area of a right cylinder. Now curved surface area formula is 2 pi r into h, and total surface area for a cylinder is 2 pi r into h plus r. Now the ratio of these two is given as 3:4. So 2 pi r and 2 pi r will get cancelled. So 4h is equal to 3h plus 3r. So I can say that h is equal to 3r. This is one thing, one relation that I have obtained. So height of this cylinder is 3 times the radius of this cylinder. Now you are also given the total surface area, which is 1232. Okay, so total surface area, that means this 2 pi r into h plus r. This value is given as 1232. Now the value of h is also equal to 3r. I'll do the substitution. So 2 pi r into 4r is given as 1232. So can anyone give me the value of r? What is the value of r that you are getting? So on the left hand side, I'll be left with r square, which is 1232 divided by 2 into pi. Pi can be taken as 22 by 7. Okay, so 22 divided by 7, 2 pi, and then 4 will also come in the denominator. Now upon cancellation, what will be the value of r that we are getting? R का value क्या आ रहा है? So simplify करते हैं इसको. So सबसे पहले 2 cancel out कर देता हूं मैं. 6 1 6 and then 4 भी cancel out हो जाएगा, 154, and then 22 भी cancel out हो जाएगा, that is 7. So r square is equal to 49. So the value of r will be equal to 7. So r का value 7 आ गया, right? R का value 7 आ गया. Now we have to find out the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder is pi r square h, that is 22 upon 7 into 7 into 7, that is r square, and height is 3r, that is 21. So final answer will be 22 into 21 into 7. 22 into 21 into 7. Please help me with the multiplications. Chalo, 21 ka square 441 plus 21 463. No, 462. 462 multiplied by 7. ये आंसर होना चाहिए. So 7 into 2 14, 43, 4, 32. So 3234. 3234, yes, option में है. So 3234 will be the final answer. Yes, Nihar, you would have left this question in the test, but those definitely lengthy question hai, cannot be done in a matter of 1 minute. But कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है ना कि general English can be finished in a matter of 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll save time from general English. Also, if the reasoning is not very lengthy and you have taken 25 minutes to finish reasoning, then for some questions of quant which are as lengthy as this question, you may have 2 or 3 minutes left at the end of the question. So this type of question, yes, must be left in round 1. But let's say towards the end of the question, you have 2 or 3 minutes left and you have 1 or 2 questions like this. So now you can enter these questions and find the answer. Okay. Yes, this seems to be a trap. Yes. So people might waste a lot of time thinking that यार ये तो आसान क्वेश्चन होगा, हमें तो mensuration आता है. But I would suggest you to leave these type of questions if you see that there is good amount of calculations in that. All right. So answer is option A. Yes, it is easy. Saloni, I agree, but lengthy. So एक ये भी हमें अपने ऊपर कंट्रोल होना चाहिए. We don't have to select easy questions in SNAP. We have to select those questions which will take less amount of time in SNAP. Easy question can be lengthy. Difficult questions can be short. ऐसा हो सकता है, ठीक है? So make sure that you are picking up those questions in round 1 which will take less than 1 minute to solve. All right. So that was question number 8, and that was all from my side for this session. I'll definitely come along with a lot more sessions like this. Tomorrow you can catch me at 3 o'clock with some questions on reasoning. Okay. So that's all from my side, friends. Those who want to appear for CAT 2023 comprehensive program, complete details are mentioned on the screen, and plenty of batches have already started. in BYJU'S Exam Prep. So you can enroll for this program. Next is upcoming sessions in the last lab to IFT and SNAP. So this is the list of next 5 sessions that will come for all of you in the upcoming days up till 9th of December. So you can make a note of it and make sure that you are watching these sessions live. Don't forget to join us on 10th of December after SNAP 1 exam is over for the first impression and detailed analysis of the first paper of SNAP. SNAP 2020 live analysis with the top faculty will be held on this date. So please do join us live on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Be a subscriber of this channel. Do like this session if you have gained something out of it. And in a hope that will bring plenty of sessions for all of you. I'll take your leave. Have a good day. All the best. Thank you very much.